with astonishing patient satisfaction reports. They can actually help your body restore and repair itself with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. That's right, no surgery. Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain, and don't let them put you under the knife. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. There's offices in Ocala and the Villages, so give them a call, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back as we wrap up this Tuesday edition of Ocala Talks. And we're going to end the show with a subject that Natalie could help us with, because Natalie is a new intern here, but she also is a licensed real estate agent, correct?
That's correct.
And so you know about the perils that people have to go through when they're trying to get homeowners insurance.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's one of the things, right now, a lot of insurance companies are canceling homeowner policies because their roofs are older than 10 years old. Although roofs can last to 20 years, 25 years, sometimes guaranteed to last. Florida, there are insurance companies in Florida because of shady practices of guys and, companies going knocking on doors and going, hey, your roof needs to be replaced when there's no reason for it to be replaced. And they charge the insurance company $40,000. Let me handle it. I'll handle it with your insurance company and everything. Now, you've heard horror stories about this, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so then it's $40,000 on a $10,000 roof or $12,000 roof that, by the way, didn't need to be replaced in the first place.
Exactly, yep.
And so insurance companies are like, nope, we just going to stop selling insurance. So now there's the governor has called a special legislative session to try to figure out this insurance crisis. Because what would happen to the real estate world if it got to the point where only the state-sponsored homeowners insurance was the only one available?
Well, it'd kind of be like a monopoly on insurance.
And then they could dictate everything.
Yeah.
And it's already tough enough jumping through the hoops you have to jump through when you sell a house with mortgage insurance and homeowners insurance and everything.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was only one company.
Yeah, that would be horrible for the real estate industry.
It would be terrible.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad the governor called this special session to talk about this, because we've had numerous times we've had lawyers on both sides of this argument on the radio here talking about it. And the homeowner, and I understand what the insurance companies are saying too, because there are a lot of scumbags out there that are tricking usually the older population, which we have a lot in our area, the older population. That I had a friend of mine, his aunt called him and said, there's a guy here who wants to do my roof, and he says it needs to be done. And he goes, let me talk to the guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, look here, partner, the police are on the way. The guy left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he knew. He was trying to sell this lady a roof for $50,000.
Yep.
She'd had her roof replaced like 8 years ago after a hailstorm. Wasn't a thing wrong with her roof, except she was in her late 80s.
Yep. I'd be very wary of anybody that comes by wanting to.
Right, but that's the problem the insurance company is facing.
Yes.
And if you're facing a problem like that, the easiest way not to face that problem, especially in a state like Florida where it happens a lot because of our higher retiree rate, best thing to do is just not offer your insurance in Florida.
Yeah.
Especially when you got other things. We already got the threat of hurricanes in Florida.
Yeah.
We already got the threat of floods in Florida because of hurricanes.
Yeah.
Then you got these unscrupulous roofers who are trying to bilk money from unsuspecting people and charge the insurance companies for it. Because that's how they sell it. They go, no, you don't have to pay anything. Your insurance company, we'll claim this damage. Obviously, this damage happened from a storm or something. We'll claim it through your insurance.
Right.
Won't cost you anything. You'll get a brand new roof. Won't cost you a dime.
Yeah, sounds great.
In theory, it does sound great.
Exactly.
But the problem is it does cost you your insurance.
Yes.
Because if you make a claim like that, the insurance company's going to drop you 9 times out of 10 anyway.
Yeah.
And so there's a special session now. The governor has called a special session to Tallahassee because they didn't do anything about the property insurance. It was part of the agenda, and they just never could come to an agreement. And so the governor goes, go back to the drawing board, fellas. We got to figure something out before we're down to just one insurance company. And it's the insurance company the state runs.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that. Nobody wants, because all they're going to offer is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's all they would offer. So nobody wants that. So I'm glad the governor, from a real estate perspective, you guys have to be happy the governor is trying to make the legislation make some sort of decision on how to handle this crisis with insurance. Because insurance is a big stumbling block, and ever since 9/11 and then the fallout crisis of 2008, how mortgages are written.
Right, yep.
Like I know that once you enter into an agreement to buy a house and everything, and you're trying to get your mortgage set and everything, don't buy anything but groceries.
Yeah, no, yeah. Don't open a new credit card or go buy a car.
Yeah, don't buy anything but groceries and pay your light bill and your cable bill and everything. Don't go buy a TV. Because you get disqualified.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you don't want to have any extra expenditures.
Don't have a wedding where your aunts and uncles give you an extra $10,000. Don't have an unexplained $10,000 show up in your bank account. You ain't getting a mortgage.
Right.
Because there's all kind of rules now for mortgages, and that was because before the economic downturn, which was caused by the mortgage lending practices, you'd say, I don't make but $4,000 a month. And they call for me to make $5,000 a month because of the mortgage. Well, look, what we're going to do is we're going to just say you make $5,000, and we'll write it down this way. And the mortgage company, they don't look that hard at it anyway, and you'll get your mortgage.
Right.
And that happened all the time. I sat in and signed mortgage paperwork. And I still have the mortgage on, even though we're divorced. I'm still on the mortgage because it's almost impossible to refinance this house because of where it sits, and because of insurance purposes. It sits on a lake, it's on a floodplain and everything, so it's very hard to get it refinanced. So I'm still on it, and my ex-wife pays the bill every month, so it's good. It's good for my credit.
Right.
But I remember sitting in there, and they go, "You don't make enough. How much your husband make?" Because she was trying to get it, we trying to get it in her name only because my credit was so bad. And he goes, "Yeah, his credit's not that important as long as he contributes. How much can he contribute?" And we told him how much he makes. He goes, "Well, we'll double that on the paperwork."
Oh, yeah, and then when people can't actually pay for it.
But that's what happened.
Yeah.
And that's how the market exploded because people couldn't pay for it.
Well, now it's, you got to explain every single dime.
And now people that can afford a house sometimes get turned down because they can't explain every dime.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad the governor's doing that session. Hey, let's get to birthdays today. Birthdays on April 19th, 2022. On this day, Tim Curry. You know who he is.
I do not.
He was Pennywise.
Oh.
He was also Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Really?
And he was the butler in Clue. Huh. And he was the hotel manager in Home Alone 2.
Look at you.
He's one of my favorite actors. He's 76 today. Criminal Suge Knight. I meant rap mogul Suge Knight is 57 today. Ashley Judd. She's 54 today. Motorcycle reality star Jesse James is 53 today. Jennifer Esposito from Blue Blood, she's 49 today. James Franco, he is 44 today. Kate Hudson, she is 43 years young today. Happy birthday to all of the people, and happy birthday to you if it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you as well. So Natalie's going to be working with us every now and then. She's a new intern here, so be nice to her if you call in and she answers the phone. Be nice. Don't treat her like you treat me. Be nice to her. Hey, I want to thank all my guests today, all my listeners, and my sponsors. Without all of you people, this show would not be possible. Hey, folks, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
This is WOCA AM,